Good afternoon guys, it is day 131. We've done our 10k at the Bristol and Joe's our #1 supporter of his family.
I was. Loved it.
And today is the first day of Mental Health Awareness Week. So I'm going to try and do my best to talk a little bit more about mental health this week, try and really shine the spotlight on it and what we're trying to do can benefit it. So yeah, let's start off with chatting to Joe. This is Joe. Joe, tell us where you're from. How do we know you?
So, I think most people know me already, but I'm the person from True Valley Distillery that tries to keep up with you all on the run. And let's get the gate. It's you, mate.
Oh boy, we walked into that then.
I try to keep you all watered after a run. So Chris reached out, I think December last year, and we were chatting about maybe starting a run club down, trying to get people out of the houses, and kicked it off in January, didn't we?
Yeah, and actually I think that's probably a good place to start, because I know I get asked a lot how long have I known you, and it's not even been a year.
No, nowhere near.
I only found out about you through Sean and Clark on the Goodfellas podcast.
That's right, yeah, I did that last November-ish time, I think.
But yeah, so I must have done it in October, and it was only through listening to their podcast that I found out about you. And the only reason I kind of came down to your place originally was because I got a friend who lives up the road who loves rum.
Yeah.
And I was like, right, come on then now, you can show me what it's really like. So I met up with him down there and Lily, had a drink, had a little chat, and it was around then when I was like, oh, this would be a lovely little place for a... Oh, I just spat on you, that's right.
Bring it on. Cool me down.
Be a lovely little place for a run club hub.
Yeah.
And go from there. And then, yeah, it must have been about a week or so after that I reached out to you, and now, 5 months later,
Look at it.
look at us now.
Look at it, it's crazy. Yeah, Lily said on your 100th day, when we had 148 people, it was crazy.
Yeah.
She said after that she thinks, oh, I haven't got everyone now. What can you pollen? She said that she thought we'd, like the way we are chatting to each other and that, support each other, that we must have known each other for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And obviously we hadn't, but it's all clicked. Like everyone that comes down, it's just amazing, isn't it?
It just feels really easy, doesn't it?
It is exactly that.
There's no pressure, there's no stress, no. Yeah, it's been really good. It's been an absolute pleasure. And so, obviously, I know my story of why I got onto Goodfellas podcast.
Yeah.
But what was it? How did you find yourself on with Sean and Clark?
So it's a family friend of Sean, and obviously, like, I'm very open and honest with my my social media. I tell it exactly how it is, whether it's to do with the business. But then I opened up my own social media, Just Joe, or Just Joe's Life.
Yeah.
Just talking about myself a little bit more
Let's walk on this bit.
candidly. Cattle grid. Yeah, just opening up and being able to speak about everything I was sort of going through, and I have been through, where a lot of people knew that I've struggled with depression for a long time and had ups and downs, but I got in a real bad place last October, November, to the point that I knew that I had to give up alcohol.
Yeah.
It was the only thing really that was the consistent thing bringing me down, and that was massive for me because I'm a distiller, I own the bar, my life has been built around alcohol.
Yeah.
So I started doing videos, just chatting about how I was getting on in an ice bath.
Yeah.
Funny enough, random. But yeah, I took on ice baths as something to sort of replace the dopamine that I was losing by not drinking.
Yeah.
And found it really helpful. And I just built up, not a following, but I got a lot of people talking and helping me helping them when they're having similar-ish issues.
Yeah.
And it's allowed me just to open right up now about, and I'm very open about everything. So yeah, something that I'm really glad I did. Really scary at first, but yeah, so I opened up a little bit on the podcast with the guys, because I think they came in, I don't know, that week I think when I started that Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
And we just hit it off, and then I think one of the sound bites was quite honest about how I feel and how I'm struggling with stuff that they used.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think people them felt that they could reach out to me about stuff like that, and the distillery's always been like that.
Yeah.
You have people come down and open up to me, they always have. I am the person. I've always talked to a lot of people, I've always been there for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But now people know it's a real welcoming space, whether I know them or not, they can come and have a chat. So, and it's worked out really well like that. So,
Oh, that's
yeah, and it
fantastic.
goes on now. So I still get in my ice bath and have a chat, run and have a chat.
Yeah.
And yeah, got a few people that want to come into the distillery, do a bit of filming, a bit of chatting. So,
Oh, that's good. So what do you think it was? Can you like pinpoint what it was that started your depression or your struggles with mental health?
that's the thing, mate. And that's the thing when I talk to anyone, everyone thinks there's got to be a reason for this stuff. Should we go down there this way?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a bit random, this. Woo. Yeah, everyone, or I thought at least, that there's got to be a catalyst for these things.
Yeah.
But when I first started struggling, I was working for Airbus, so a big business,
Yeah.
and had everything. A house, amazing wife, beautiful kids, not struggling financially, I was being paid well. But then something just wasn't working out, something was not right.
Right.
And I slowly just went into myself. It got worse and worse until Amy said she thinks I need to just go and have a chat with a doctor and just see if they can help me in any way whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's over 10 years ago now. And yeah, after I talked to the doctors, I left there and everything that we talked to said that I was suffering with some serious depression.
Right.
And yeah, started me on some tablets, which I really did not want. I had to force them down.
Is that like a pride thing or?
I was worried about all of it really. I couldn't talk to anyone at that point,
No.
which I found different in Airbus because it's a big corporation. I was working my way up through the business.
Yeah.
Almost, I felt like it would have been a black mark against my name.
Okay.
Where now, obviously, because I work for myself, that's why I'm so out there and so happy to get it out there. But yeah, when I was there, I didn't feel like I could talk to anyone.
No.
And yeah, I just thought I really felt the fact that, Christ, I'm going on these tablets. But eventually they did start working
Yeah.
alongside a bit of CBT therapy,
Okay.
which I was lucky enough with Airbus to get with the healthcare cover stuff that I had with them.
Brilliant.
But yeah, it started working, but then I ran out of sort of hours of that. Never really got to what the big problem was, like the catalyst of it all, because I didn't think there was one. I just think some people are wired up in certain ways than others, regardless of how everything's going. Sometimes it is, like we say, it's alright not to be alright.
Yeah.
Which really, back then, it was definitely not really talked about.
No.
But now, luckily, we can got people like us.
So do you think that if you had all those feelings now and the world as it is now, where it is a little bit more okay to talk about, and
Yeah.
do you think it would have been different, or do you feel that you would have still reacted in the same way?
I do think, although, and it's really sad, although there's people like us and we're making as much noise as we possibly can, and it isn't just me and you, there's thousands of people out there doing the same thing,
Yeah.
telling people it's alright not to be alright, and there's people to talk to if you want to pick up the phone, or people to come and see.
Yeah.
All these clubs, Talk Club, the guys behind the chair, there's a lot of things out there, but the first thing for everyone is the hardest thing, and that's just admitting, one, that something's not right.
Yeah.
Even though if it's eating you up inside in your wife, husband, whatever it is, kids, I was saying there's some it's really difficult to accept it if you don't know why there is an issue.
Yeah.
And secondly, it's even if you know there's something wrong, you've been told there's something wrong, one of the easiest things to do is bury your head in the sand
Right.
and not go out there and get anything, because it's scary. It's scary going out to a group, because I've had to do it a few times and meet new people, because you think you're going to be judged if your mind works like I do.
Yeah.
Mine does, because your self-confidence is so low, you just think you're not going to fit in anywhere, going to be judged.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But then if you've been to a few of these places, the second you're there, you're made to feel welcome,
Oh yeah.
you're understood. There's people going through the same thing as you.
You don't feel quite as alone
Exactly.
I think when
yeah.
you... Oh, we were going left or right? Go left,
I
go
think,
left.
Yeah. I think we have got a little bit of a hill to go up in a sec.
That's fine. So yeah, we were just speaking about kind of like these support groups and
Yeah.
going into them and kind of not feeling
you're in it.
alone when other people have got issues as well and they start talking about them.
Yeah.
I've only been to this one with the boat beyond the chair,
Yeah.
kind of as a guest speaker, but for me to talk out loud about my story, my history,
Yes.
which is actually the first time that I've ever done it in a group out loud.
Really? Yeah.
So obviously I've written my story and I've had it up on social media,
Yeah.
and I've spoken to people kind of like one-on-one like yourself or on like a podcast a little bit, but to be a guest speaker I felt like I had to kind of say everything.
Yeah, exactly,
And it was such an emotional time that 30 minutes to an hour that I was talking, to relive it
Yeah, it can be.
was
a lot, isn't it?
yeah, but it really helped me, and I do feel like it helped the guys who were there
Yeah.
listening as well. But when
And
I
think you're right about that though, because if people's worried about going to some of these things, they think they have got to open up and tell everyone the ins and outs of everything that's happened to them over their life. It's not like that, is it?
no, not at all.
It's not like that at all. And you can open up or just listen as much as you want. They're all structured, these things. So the talk club's a very, very good one. And it's proven to work.
Yeah,
By just asking you certain things about good highs and lows of the week and things like that. And what you're going to do this week to try and make you feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't need to go in there and expect to tell everyone everything about you.
no, yeah, definitely worth it. Trying to work out where we are now. So
if we go up through there, we're at the top of that Wills Bridge hill.
oh, phew, so I'm at the top of it.
Yeah.
All is good. Get through this gate. Ain't no stopping us.
Right there?
Right, we good?
Yeah, well,
Let's
we
go.
needed some hill training, didn't we?
Yeah.
We need to get you ready for your backyard.
Oh, yeah. So that's not this weekend, the weekend after.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes the wind. Yeah, I didn't really know what to expect with it.
Well, we'll be there. We'll talk strategy soon, mate.
Yeah, well, I've spoken to quite a few people and they've given me a few tips, I
Yeah.
suppose. I just got to try and write them down, come up with a plan, get a few more bits together, and hopefully, well, I'm just going to wing it.
So we can do, mate. I've been doing it for 6 years in business.
Yeah,
And if you wing it with enough passion,
yeah,
that's what I found so far. So good. So, you do your best, mate.
absolutely. Oh,
Nearly at the top.
love the hills.
Yeah?
No.
No?
Yeah, after that tough mud around the 10k, and not a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, everything just feels tight, tough, heavy. But
Got a nice bit of downhill.
yeah, beautiful stuff. So Joe, now that you've been on your tablets and it's been kind of like 10 years since you've kind of noticed that there was an issue, how's kind of life treating you now? Do you feel a bit more in control?
I still always say, I'm a day at a time person. Even after 10 years, and even in those 10 years, sometimes I go back to the doctor because I'm feeling good. I want to get it on off those tablets.
Yeah.
And other times I've had to almost go crawling in, begging for help again. But I know in my head when I need that help, and Amy has been so good at noticing the little things to know that I'm not right.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm definitely not a fixed person. And then on top of that, we had sort of the issues with the alcohol
Yeah.
last year. I broke my wrist last year in the summer. Excuse me.
Right.
I broke my wrist last summer, so I had absolutely no reason not to hit the beer giddy because I couldn't drive.
Right.
I was like walking up and down from work to home,
Yeah.
and then it really became apparent how out of hand my drinking had got over the years. It slowly got worse and worse and worse to the point that I couldn't really talk to people properly without having a drink, and it's settling me down.
Yeah.
Like really anxious about a lot of things. and that got really quite bad when I had a broken wrist and stuff. So when I eventually had to make the call to I had to make the call, but I decided to make the call to nip that in the bud.
Yeah.
Which was really hard, like really being surrounded by it all the time, and it just being part of my day really.
And is it something that your family noticed that kind of spoke to you about, or did you?
No, that's the mad thing. So I was a secret drinker for a lot of it, so I'd obviously have my drinks on evenings and weekends.
Yeah.
But then with the distillery, especially throughout the summer, being busy turned into sort of not Joe's Club, but like get a lot of people down there that would not encourage a drink, but
yeah,
almost expect me to have a drink with them.
Yeah.
And that just rolled on and rolled on to the point that we were it's just like constant all day, every day.
Yeah.
And even when I said to people I'm not drinking anymore, they said, you weren't that bad, but they didn't know, like even there's like hidden cans everywhere.
Right.
And I've seen my older brother, he's actually in rehab at the moment, and yeah, seen him not get help and lose everything, his kids, because of it all.
Yeah.
So before it got to that point, I had to make the right call really, and they say it all the time now, and it's something that I read from someone else, I chose everything over one thing instead of one thing over everything. So
yeah.
I could have just chose the beer and then lost everything, or I chose everything, the wife, Amy, the kids, the business,
yeah,
over that one thing, and it's working. It took a long time. I had to find myself again, which is the hardest point. That's why I was in a real dark place in November, start of December, because I'm talking to people sober really for the first time, and I didn't know how to act. I had no confidence whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because I'm known as being really extrovert, out there, a bit of the class clown sort of, always making everyone happy.
Yeah.
But because most of the time I was had a few on board, so I had to find myself.
Do you feel that you could be that person without alcohol? When it was
I'm definitely getting there. I'm getting better.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't really who I was, but I think in the same thing I've had to accept that if people like that Joe Kelly, thank you mate, if people like that Joe Kelly, and I'm always petrified that I'll always be really, really boring and not know what to do, like not know how to talk to people properly and stuff like that. But I'm definitely getting better. I mean, since I've met you, I've not had a drink.
No.
I've made probably closer friendships now by not having a drink and being so clear about everything, like knowing that people are like there to make my life better, and I've reached out and looked for people like yourself that will help me along my little journey as well.
And I suppose the people that you've met as well have known you not under the influence.
Exactly, and I don't know if that's different because I can be totally myself around you all.
Yeah.
And obviously since I've been talking on my sort of Instagram and TikTok about how I feel about everything, like when I was in a really tough place and I didn't know what to do, I didn't know how to talk to people, I talked to the camera every day, and that was my sort of therapy in the ice bath. And in the dark days, I was in the ice bath in the pitch black, sometimes with snow on it, just talking to my phone, and that was like my therapy. And then people would a lot of times send me direct messages and stuff with words of support, or sitting there in the same sort of place, or just checking in. If I hadn't put a video on for a couple of days, random people will check in and
just make sure you're all good.
Make sure I'm all good. And that's people I've never met.
Yeah.
But that's what social media can be like. It can be an amazing thing. So it really can. So.
I know where I am.
Yeah,
I know where I am.
Yeah.
I've said that before. Instagram, social media is a fantastic tool when used right. And
yes.
You need to know when it's not. If you're not using it right, or if you're following people,
it can be very negative sometimes. If and there's assholes out there, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely.
But we try and attract the right people, and it can really change your life.
Yeah. So with your ice baths, was there somebody that you followed that were like? Because a lot of the time we follow inspiration, we take inspiration off somebody.
Yeah. So I did a lot of reading about like taking ice bath and cold water therapy, and like everything does, as soon as you search something, you start getting videos up.
Yeah.
So there's a guy called Harry who's taking an ice bath every day. His plan was for a year.
Yeah.
Because he was getting sober from cocaine addiction.
Yes.
And his account exploded across all of TikTok and everything. So I was following him every day, and he was saying about it, and then I read more and more into it. So I just I started doing it in my bath.
Yeah.
before spending any money on anything. And after sort of a week of doing it in my bath with just cold water, I was getting the ice and slowly getting the water colder and colder, and I was feeling the benefit. So
Yeah.
if I did it in the morning, I was feeling more awake. If I do it on the evening, it would actually help me sleep, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But when I was really struggling, when I get home from like doing a gin tasting or something and I'm shaking because I'm really nervous, I suffer terribly, like I'm really anxious all the time.
Yeah.
I'd get in there and it would just be 5 minutes, and whether I was talking to the camera or not, it's 5 minutes of total peace and quiet, because my mind is a million miles an hour at
Yeah.
all times. So that would always, there was nothing else to think about apart from how fucking cold you are. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah, it's alright.
Yeah, so it takes you away from everything, and you,
Everything.
the only thing you're focusing on is breathing.
Just breathing, and then
Yeah.
that's what you need. So yeah, I was using it before I did things like gin tasting, because I've been doing it for 4 years.
Yeah.
Last Friday I'm still all day worried. It's crazy because I've got amazing reviews. I always get the most amazing customers, but I get myself in a right old state about them. So
Yeah.
ice bath before, chill me out, get my head right, and yeah, and then now I use them after a run.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of for the body and mind.
So do you feel that, I just kind of off the top of my head now,
Yeah.
I'll go left there.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
maybe
you've
we
got
can
it,
get
mate,
onto- So we're using an ice bath to take you away from life and
Yeah.
kind of everything. So do you feel that there's other things that you can use, that you could use instead of an ice bath to?
Now, since going out with you.
Well, yeah. So well,
Well,
I mean,
no, I know, sort of tell everyone. So since being out with you guys since January, I started running with you, and we built that community, which has been absolutely amazing. Like really, like, I feel honestly has saved me by just being able to talk to a lot of you every week. But that exercise I've been doing, like you say, 30 minutes, and I've stuck by it. So every day I'm doing something different. If it's not running, it's an ice bath for a bit,
yeah.
and then like read, which I wasn't reading before.
Okay.
Doing lots of anything really, just to give myself that thing. But the exercise side of things has been huge, to the point that I've now done half marathon. A couple of weeks ago, I'm signed up for the Manchester Marathon next year.
Okay,
I've
thank
loved
Lee
it.
for that
and,
one.
yeah. Can't thank Lee for that. But honestly, the exercise has been far away the best thing I've ever done. And I thought I couldn't do it because I hurt my knee 10 years ago doing that Bristol half, and I
Yeah.
didn't run after that. But having the right people like yourself, Lee,
Yeah.
telling you what the do's and don'ts really, I've managed to do all this, and
Yeah.
touch wood, apart from a little niggle. Oh, I shouldn't have said that word.
No, it's
A
fine.
little,
Captions are gone.
A little wobble. Yeah, it's all been good. But
Yeah. So with the ice baths, and you're not doing that every day now, like
no,
you were.
no. So I was doing them every day, but I did them so much and so cold, so I bought a chiller, because even the ice, I had to have so much ice to cool it down to the temperature I wanted. I want it about 3 degrees.
Yeah.
Which is cold. Like,
That is
people think
cold.
ice baths need to be 0, but if it's 0, it's a rock hard piece of ice. You can't get into it.
No.
So 3 degrees is like my aim. So I got a chiller, so it's always sat around between 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Because I was doing it every day, the benefits were disappearing. My body got used to it,
used
which
to
sounds
it.
absolutely nuts. But the sort of feeling of shock that I get in, that you get in when you get into the cold water. Yeah, the shock that you get when you get into cold water, that's the sort of yeah, the adrenaline and stuff that you start getting at, the dopamine. It was wearing off by doing it every day, so I do
Yeah.
it every other day now. And a lot of the time now I can do it, I just sit with a bit of music on, some cool, like chilled music if I'm not talking to my phone.
Yeah.
And yeah, and like I'll just sit in total peace and quiet. I put a little bird feeder in my garden a couple of weeks ago, mate, so I've got
Yeah.
some little friends in the
Bit of
garden
nature to
now,
look
which is
at.
lush. Just sit and watch that sort of stuff. So
Oh,
yeah,
fantastic.
but yeah, it's
Try to get around here, brother.
yeah, it's flying along.
Right. So Joe, a little while ago you said to me about a new thing you found in your life, that
Yeah.
you, the best way to put it, that you might have ADHD, or you've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
diagnosed with ADHD.
Yeah, so I've been going through basically everything I do. It's all over the place. Like leaving Airbus to start the business, everything is very much on a whim, and I go and do it, rightly or wrongly, loads of different things. But everything sort of flashed up to a lot of different people, and then when I've been doing sort of gin tastings to people, or people come into the bar, a fair few people come in and say, have you been like diagnosed with anything? Not being rude, but like I work with a lot of people that have got this, that and the other.
Yeah.
And like it started playing in my mind, and then like you read into different things about how it can affect you throughout everything in your life, and it's not so much about the, like as you were as a child and things like that, which I thought it would. I thought you had to be a naughty boy.
Yeah.
But it's not like that at all. So yeah, eventually I went to the doctors, and this is a long old process, but what was it, three weeks ago?
Yeah.
So it's still early days. 3 weeks ago I was diagnosed with, can you see me?
Yeah. We're all good. We're all good.
3 weeks ago I was diagnosed with combined ADHD, which is both the hyperactive version, cheers mate, and oh god, my brain's gone. But anyway, yeah, combined ADHD. So basically, and by talking to the lady that was doing, and it's a long process, you have to do an awful lot of stuff to get to that point.
Yeah.
But talking to her, and she was talking to me after about how I've answered certain questions, and some of it does go back to, a lot of it goes back to your childhood, but then a lot of it is as an adult, how have you coped with this, that and the other.
Yeah.
And and one of the biggest things that was like the big shock to me was to do with like the alcohol. As someone with ADHD, and I'll say it to you, and I've said it on my own Instagram and stuff, like I don't want to be this, and I didn't want to do the thing because I didn't ever want to label that. I'm labeled ADHD, that's who I am. I'm just an ADHD person.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people being diagnosed with it or saying they've got it, and these things is the cool thing to have. And like I was really worried about even saying like I've been diagnosed with it, because I didn't want the people jumping up saying, oh, you just can't deal with life. I've seen some horrendous comments about what people think of it, but I've always been honest and open, and like I said, like if ever people's going through these sort of things, that's why I've said it. But I don't talk about it every day. If something happens like it sort of has, obviously it's early days at the minute, so yeah, I do talk about it, but it's not I thought it was going to be just a label that I would just have to almost introduce myself, everything like, oh, I'm Joe, I've got ADHD. Yeah, not like that. It's just something that's going on in my head. And now that I've talked to the lady who did the diagnosis and has gone through all the paperwork and all the little tests and stuff I've done, the way she sort of described that, I basically have not been wired up to deal with things for a long time, and I see things a totally different way than other people, and some people call it a superpower because you've got this brain that sort of figures things out quickly. But other times it is like the worst thing you could ever imagine, and I said I wouldn't wish like my brain on it like my worst enemy, because it, as well as it can be good, it can be really crippling bad. So. Yeah. But yeah, started medication a few weeks ago, and it's been really up and down. Like last week was really dark, really anxious, really struggling with a lot of things. But it's all about getting dosages right and sort of trial and error, stuff like that. And if it don't work for me, I'm fine with that. Like now that it's almost by being told that there's something like not firing right up there, it's not just me being like awkward, and this is more to do with Amy. She's been an absolute legend for everything, like to put her through, but I'm not an easy person to live with, work with, and she does both. So but us knowing that it's not me just choosing to be the way I am.
I suppose you can now work on it, can't you?
Exactly.
Even with medication and tablets. Now you know. So
we're going to give the meds a good go, and if I feel like I'm not myself on them, and they're not helping me enough to make it worthwhile, because at the moment I can't eat anything. I take them first thing in the morning, I can't eat anything till my evening meal. That's not good, especially if you're like trying to run and stuff like that.
And is that just because your appetite's not there, or the food makes you feel sick?
Both really, appetite and just can't seem to want to take anything on whatsoever, which is difficult. But there's different side effects, obviously, like my heart rate's going up. We got to do a lot of like blood pressure readings and stuff. They got to be submitted all the time, because these meds, basically, mate, they've given me, it's almost speed, basically. So the drugs that I've been given, for a normal person, they would probably make you hyperactive.
Oh, okay.
It does the opposite for people with my brain.
Oh,
It
right.
actually slow me down.
Have a little sit down.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just getting all that stuff right. But it's, yeah, that is like another new journey I'm on. But by being told it and understanding it and understanding that the way that I've always been sort of constantly searching, and it is searching for dopamine, which makes me feel good. So with the alcohol and stuff, you have that first drink, all of a sudden you feel like everyone else, and then you just keep adding to it, and that's why a lot of people with alcohol issues do suffer with things like ADHD. And stuff. Not very well known.
I wonder if it's like, because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure everyone's on the spectrum of somehow
I've
with
always said
ADHD,
it.
but
I've always said it.
like talking to people like yourself who have been diagnosed with it, and other people that I know, and when you hear about what they say and how they feel, I look at all the stuff that I've done in the last like 7 or so years. I kind of go like, I can relate to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing things like all the charity events I've done, like the 24 hours in the gym.
Yeah, it's that
and lunging all from Bath to Bristol, and you kind of feel, well, what's why?
Yes.
You just get
your
these
mindset
ideas.
and do it. Yeah. And I think it's brilliant if you can harness it in the right way. Like some people will say, like I said, it's a superpower. And it's easily battered around like, oh, if you can use it the right way, God, yeah, it is. Like, because if you put your mind to it, you're going to do it. Like, and it is. And some of the most amazing people in the world, like inventors and things like that, they've been on the spectrum, and they've changed the world for it. But if it starts affecting you in such a negative way because you don't understand it, and that's where I am, then even finding out like how bad it is, or if there's anything you can do about it. It gives you peace of mind. I'm hoping that just by knowing that it hasn't just been me, and like I've been struggling. Like the world is like, I don't see it the same as a lot of people will see the world, and how to act in certain situations and things. And it's not me just being naive or lazy or anything like that. It's just because I've not been wired up to do it that way. And I've always just been struggling on, trying to fit in and make things work. And it's really difficult, which is why I'm absolutely hanging a lot of the time. Which, because I'm working really hard just to be normal, or try and be normal. But now I know, like, where I am, hopefully that is like the key that's unlocked everything, and I can understand like why I feel this way and that way. So with everything, like I've said to you before, like when I've been down in the dumps, instead of putting my head putting my head in the sand, I've gone out and I've gone to places like Talk Club and tried to sort it out that way. They were a massive help. And then I've done, like, since all this has happened again in the last sort of year or so, the cold water therapy. I went down to, oh my God, I'm being eaten. I went down and started the cold water therapy with the guys down in Bristol, Icebreakers guys.
Is that when they go in the river?
Yeah, every Sunday morning, and it's an amazing group of guys, all got their own stories, but all welcoming. You get in the river, you get out, you go for a coffee, and it just sets your day up, your week, like your weekend. Amazing guys, can't recommend that enough. And obviously the run club, but it's just anything really, just getting out and going and talking to people. It's very easy to just sit on your own, and everything gets worse and worse. And although it is really out of my comfort zone to go and meet new people, I've made myself do it, and there's nothing, like, me and Amy sat and talked about it, and there's nothing more I can possibly do. I've given up alcohol. I'm going to these like groups and talking to people. I'm like going running with you guys. I went out with Lee and the concrete therapy guys the other day, meeting again like-minded, positive people, surrounding myself with positive people. There really isn't anything more I can do to try and help myself. So and I'm hoping that it's got to be enough. Really.
I think, and you saying that, and again, I can relate to a lot of things you're saying, and you're saying like you've done everything you can, and I agree with that. The only thing is now it's given it time, and I know for me that's the hardest thing for me to do is to kind of do something like, right, let's just allow this to work before I try and work on it again and again.
Yeah, and it is like that, because you think, oh, I've gone to a meeting, I'm going to be sorted now, and it's obviously not like that, because like that might, and you get, and it feels brilliant. So, like I say, I've talked about Talk Club a lot, and I haven't been there for a little while, and I need to get back in there, because you can just drop into. They're all over Bristol, all over the UK now. And you can just drop into there, and it makes you feel brilliant. Like when you leave there, like you do feel a lot better than when you went in. But obviously then after a few days and you get back into like life, isn't it? So it is all about just constantly trying to do something, like you say, what you're saying about to give yourself 30 every day. Those 30 minutes every day are massive. because it is every day, and you're not going to go to these group meetings and things like that every single day. Although there's things where you can pick up the phone, you can talk to a lot of people. If you're lucky enough to have like really close friends and family and stuff, and you've got those connections, then that's amazing. But a lot, like myself and a lot of people, haven't got the people they can just pick up the phone to and just talk for the sake of it. No. So yeah, give yourself 30 things. That's why I think people are really getting on board with it, and they need to if they don't, because it is something. It's every day, and it's something for yourself every day. And like even as really busy adults, like it can be done. Like your kids have gone to bed, and you just want like could just be talking to one of your friends on the phone for a half hour and a good laugh or a chat. It's reading, a bath. There's so many different things you can do rather than scrolling on your phone.
Absolutely.
So if you can spend half an hour scrolling on your phone and looking at everything that makes you feel worse normally, because everyone else seems to have a better life than you, which is mostly rubbish. If you've got half an hour to do that, you've got half an hour to try and do something yourself.
Absolutely, yeah. I think a lot of people as well, they'll spend that time that they do have trying to help other people, and an analogy, I think is the right word, of the when the plane's crashing and they say put your mask on before you help others, and it is that. It's something I've tried to do myself as well, is try and look after myself, and that's kind of where this 30 minutes came from. Is I know I want to help other people.
You can't just keep taking other people's stuff away. So Amy's told me that a number of times, because I have been down at the distillery, and I am the person that people come to when they're struggling, and I have been for a long time, where if anyone's got any issues, they'll come and talk to me, and I'm giving them a call. I take it all on board, and then I've never been like unloading myself. And I talked to Lee, the running Lee Linton, last week I think, because he sent me a few messages when he seen that I've been looked a little bit down, just saying, mate, I'm always here to talk to you. Like a lot of people talk to me, being a trainer and stuff. He meets people and people open up to him, and he's amazing at taking it on. But I said to him, like Amy said to me, like you can't take everyone else. If you want to talk to me and you want to open up, I'm here for that as well. So, and that's the thing, it's the same with you. Like you obviously you do like these amazing talks and everything, but I wouldn't like you to think that you're taking everyone's thing on. You're thinking about them and worried about them, and you don't feel like you could open up to anyone. So you know that we're here for you. We're going to open up. Like, it doesn't really need to be said, but it's like, I'm there for you to open up to. And you're there for me. We've done it. We've had those chats, haven't we? So yeah, it's really nice.
Right. Wow.
For Men's Mental Health Week.
Yeah.
Just two lads sat on a bench talking about our mental health
on a beautiful day.
On a beautiful day. But would that have happened 10 years, 20 years ago?
No. I didn't.
So we're definitely going the right way. There's a lot to do. And like you asked earlier on, whether how do you think like it's sorted people that have got issues, they've got places to go, and they have definitely got places to go, but they have to have the mindset that they need to ask for that help, and there's people out like yourself and yourself, and a lot of other people out there that are willing to really listen and help them any way we can. But the first thing is to do. Absolutely. So ask for a little bit of help when you need it, and there's nothing wrong in asking for a bit of help, because we all have to do it.
Even if you kind of like message myself or Joe or somebody you follow on Instagram, that you get a little bit of inspiration from like the mental health thing, is message one of us, and we could probably say like, oh, maybe try this place, maybe try this place.
And I get it a lot, like when my videos, like I put anything out there, and some people would say, like, I just love what you're doing, I'd love to be able to talk out like you do, but I can't, and sometimes because of work, and because they don't like talking to the cameras and stuff like that, and that might work for me, but by talking to them, there's different things I can say, like maybe give this a try, or come down and come have a sit with me, or go for a coffee and stuff like that. And it's like some of it is about the alcohol, but a lot of it isn't. A lot of it is about the fact that I am just happy to be out there and open and honest. I mean, I run a business. It's probably not the best thing in the world to be saying I can't drink. I work in an alcohol business. I can't drink alcohol anymore because I've loved it far too much. And like I'm not 100% wired up right. It's ridiculous, so I can laugh about it myself. Like I suffer with all this depression and stuff like that, and like if you're looking for people to invest in the business, I'm probably the worst person in the world to do it, but I've got a platform that I can use to help people, and I've always said I'll do it, and I'm not ashamed of it, where at the start I felt like, oh, I don't want people to know that I'm like this, but now I'm proud of who I am, and I know I've helped a lot of people, and if I can help anyone else, then that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Well, there you go, guys. That's been our talk. Myself and Joe.
Yeah.
You had a lovely chat. Hopefully, you'll
Yeah.
get something from it.
Yeah, it has been a nice one, mate.
We'll bring
Yeah,
a,
funny little
we'll bring you a
run,
few
sort
more. Yeah. I don't even know how far. My Strava's still going, so
Oh shit, am I?
look at my Strava later. It's going to
Well,
be 4
that's
hours.
a beauty, that. Yeah, that's a decent one. But hey, two
That's
boys
it.
on a bench.
2 boys on a bench. The new
Boys on a
podcast.
bench.
What do you think, guys? We've got it. Right. We'll see you later.
See you later.